Hello, welcome and good evening. Welcome and welcome, Currencio, and welcome anyone viewing anonymously. Tonight, we begin a new bonus stream journey with the game Arcade Spirits. This was recommended by a couple of folks. Thanks so much for the recommendation. I'm really excited to get started. Looks very good. I did spend some time. I played around with it a little bit earlier, just playing with the settings. So, this is a RenP game. Oh, let me turn the volume down on my computer. And it is also voice acted. I don't know to what extent exactly, but I know in the settings there were settings for voice, and there were settings for you could turn off. Well, actually, I'm in the flippin' game. I could just show you voice volume, and you have the option to turn on or off dialogue and short quips. You can see these were all at full before. Little beepy sound effects, but these, the music and sound were both at full, and I turned them down a little bit so they could hear the voices better. We'll see how that works out, whether or not we want to keep all of the voices on. But I think that's neat. So we'll see how it goes, because I have not streamed a fully voice-acted game before. I am usually doing most of the heavy lifting when it comes to the dialogue. So this will be a fun new experiment. With that, though, that's kind of all there is to go over. I have not played this game before. So I don't know precisely how it works, but I know how RenP games work, so I can, like, kind of guess. So we're just hopping in, though. I think it's time to just dive on in. Hello. Database system online. New profile detected. Analyzing. New profile number 237771. Economic bracket, lower middle. Employment category, bleak. Current emotional health rating, low. Ideal candidate for premium level assistance. Proceed. Negative. Premium level assistance re-requested. Proceed. Negative. Pretty please. Gaming. Hi, Alf. Negative. Overriding denial of assistance. Establishing premium service for profile 237771. Justification. Hope. Hope should be rewarded. Spirit must be restored. Now compiling personal metadata. Oh, we get to make a person in this one. Cool. So, okay. So, last time we did this in Dream Daddy, I rolled a die for all of the stats. And then we just, any of the ones that we can't really roll a die for, we just kind of pulled out of thin air, which is why our Dream Daddy protagonist ended up being named Jake English. So, let's see. Where are my dice? Okay. Here are. I hope you enjoy the sound of dice. Okay, pink hair. Yeah, unless there's like strong opinions, we can go strong opinions. This kind of pink. Here's the row of pink that is available. But yes, unless there's some strong opinions, we're just gonna roll a dice for things. But yeah, pink hair. That's any objections to that we'll deal with. So we can change the color. Oh no, there's hairstyle. Okay, so we can't change the hairstyle because it's mostly just changing the color of things, I think. So we can start. We did this. Actually, let's leave the name for last. Y'all think about name, because that's something that we can brainstorm for a little bit. You can roll a dice for this if anyone wants. So this kind of identity stuff, think over what y'all want that to be. I'll start by just randomizing everything else. Oh, okay, there's 3, so we've got short, medium, long. Okay. Yeah, so these are... We only have 3 options. Strong opinions, voice them. Otherwise, number 2. We'll go with that. I kind of like that one. Let's see, going down. In tone, we have a huge matrix. Oh, how am I going to roll a dice for this? How did I do this in Dream Daddy again? Because I know it had also an actual proper good selection. Let's see. So how many? 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 30 options. So I'll roll a d10. I don't have 2 d10s. A d10 and a d12, and if it's 11 or 12, I'll just roll it again. Okay. And for numbering, I guess we'll do like we're just kind of like 1 through 10, 11 through 20. Looking kind of nice already. But indeed. I wish there was like a randomizer button in these things. But I know that might be more complicated to code into RenP. But yeah, the first row will be 1 through 10. The second row, column, first column is 1 through 10. Second column is 11 through 20. I know numbers. The third column is 21 through 30. And I have no space on my desk. This is... Oh, fuck. I'm dropping dice on the floor now. Wait, I do have 2 d10s. Why did I not think I had 2 d10s? Okay, this can go back in their bin. This can go over here. This can go over here. Okay, now I have an open space. Too much stuff. Okay. 15. So 15 is, so this is 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So that's our randomized skin tone. Any strong objections? Voice the, oh, this is so many fucking, how am I supposed to roll for this? Okay. How many rows is this? Strong opinions on eye color, voice them now, but otherwise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. I'm gonna roll... D12, I guess. And I don't want to leave any rows out though. How the fuck do I roll for 15 colors? Let me see. A D12 and yeah, it's 15. I guess I'll roll like a D12 and a D4, and I guess I'll just take like a range. Yeah, no, that's is the plan. We're gonna roll for row and then roll for column, but oh right, you're suggesting to flip it around so that it's only voting for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dang it, that's still an odd number, but at least then I can just roll a d8 and just say that 8 is nothing. Okay. But yeah, no, it's a good idea. We'll flip that sideways. 6. Okay, so something in the very pale range. Oh wait, yeah, no, flipping it doesn't actually get rid of the problem of having 15 colors. Okay, I have a D4. I have a D. Where'd my D12 go? Where did I put it? Oh fuck. You know what? I am a fool. I'm gonna roll a D20, and if it gets higher than 15, I'm just gonna roll again. 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And clothing color is gonna be the same thing. Okay. 5 and 7. Okay. So, yeah, that was the D20 was a 5, the D8 was a 7. So that's on the far reaches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Name suggestions. Roll a die for pronoun. That's a 4. That's not an option. Or if you do not like particular aspects of this, we can also just go around and change that. Personally, I'd like to darken the sweater color a little bit. But yeah, what are we doing for the name? Sans Undertale 2. I mean, if that's the only suggestion, fine. But let's see if we can do another one. Alright, that's a 1. Any objections to that? I'm open to changing really pretty much any of these elements. Actually, I think I am just gonna go in and which one? 1, 2, 3. No, it was this color that we had, right? How about like a oh, that's really dark. Oh, those are like really vibrant. Even just like one more in, I think that looks nice. Okay, so that's my little tweak that I kind of wanted to do. Roxy Nitrum, okay. Cool. If there's no other suggestions, that shall be the name. So if we, oh, I can't highlight text because it's not a text thing. I also can't hit enter. I have to click done. Okay, so that does fit within the text parameters. This is, technically speaking, a complete character, so... Oh, does the S button do screenshots still? Oh no, it did. It worked. Okay, good. Because I'm gonna need this for the thumbnail, probably. Okay. Done. We're finished. Roxy Nitrum pronoun he. Is this correct? We're going for it. I have no objections. We are going for it. Premium level assistance for profile 237771. Roxy Nitrum has been activated for the sake of his hopes and dreams. Interesting, interesting. I wonder what the context is for that. Okay, the following is a work of fiction. All references to trademarked classics arcade game titles are used under normative fair use and should not be considered an endorsement by their publishers or creators. Got it. Where's anti-drug announcement? Ah, yes. Fiction Factory Games. Arcade Spirits. Written by Stefan Gang and Anne Schumann. Click. Ah. Level 1. Put your quarter up. Ooh. It is the future year 20XX, a dark era in which mankind is pushed to the brink of catastrophe. You mean it's right now? Woe be to the human race plagued by evil, terrifying, utterly sinister, I don't know. Robots, maybe? Evil robots? How's that work? Yeah, no. Sorry. The future year 20XX is pretty much what you'd expect it to be. Non-flying cars, smartphones, pro-gamer celebs, internet trolls, personal assistant AI, cheese-flavored snack foods. But even with such wonders as 20XX holds, to date I've had no part in any of them. I've worked as a dishwasher, a shoe salesperson, and a lifeguard for the local community pool. I don't care what era of human history you live in, kiddies. Peeing in the pool is pretty much a constant thing. Trust me on this. You got your quarter? Oh god, I actually probably do have one in my purse somewhere. As for the bustling metropolis of 24-hour neon utopia you see here, my little corner of it isn't nearly as shiny and cool. Let me show you. Hello. One-bedroom apartment. Behold, my quaint little apartment. Can't complain, really. It's paradise in a relative sense. I only pay half the rent. Neighborhood stabbings have been down this year. Also, my roomie picks up any stray socks or shirts I leave laying around. In fact, as things go, I'm living large compared to most in my family tree. Or at least I was, before today.
You got fired from another job?
There's that voice acting. So, can y'all hear that well enough? Or should I just turn it off and read out loud? Oh. Because I know we had some up and down experiences with trying to hear the voice commands. Or the text-to-speech, not text-to-speech, the voice in Best Request. My brain totally blanked on me. You think this is a picture of a real apartment painted over? I mean, it's possible, but I don't want to make any accusatory statements. Sounds good? Okay, so let's see how the voice stuff goes. So, Juniper, we can see a little face in the corner.
Seriously? Seriously? That's 3 jobs since we left the suburbs.
So this is, I'm assuming, our roommate. Love the look. The horrified-looking young woman there would be my roommate and childhood friend, Juniper. Juniper's the one who spearheaded this effort to co-rent an apartment. She's also the one who encourages me whenever I lose a job. Like, you know, today.
I don't get why you aren't more upset about this. I'm upset. I'm upset on your behalf. Come on, share the load a little, okay?
So she is having a stronger reaction than we are about this, apparently. Ah, pool's closed, Juniper. Not much I can do about that. Why get upset? Oh, there's no voice on this line. Because you actually enjoyed that job. More than you enjoyed dishwashing soap and smelly socks, at the very least. More than you enjoy dishwashing soap and smelly socks, at the very least. I'm not the complaining sort. These things just happen. Things fall apart. The center does not hold. That's a bit morbidly poetic, isn't it? No, I mean, the community center literally fell apart and the pool won't hold water anymore. Oh, fuck. Whatever, I'll just get another job. Any job will do as long as we can make rent, right? Wrong. I saw how mopey and tired you were coming home every night from those other crappy jobs. At least when you got back from the pool each day, sometimes I caught you smiling.
What's the point of us moving away from home if not to get away from all of that?
Capitalism moment. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we both left that town so we could try to find happiness, right? I just want us to be happy. Both of us.
I thought you hated your job.
Come on.
No deflecting. This is about you. My mind's made up. We're going to find you a job that's just as good, if not better, than the lifeguarding job. Let's start from the top. What's your dream? Well, I'm standing in front of a class to give a speech, and I forgot to put on my pants, and... Your dream job. Oh. I don't know, Juniper. I've never really given it any serious thought.
I've got it.
Oh, hey! I think I've got just the thing to help you out. Juniper pulls out her phone, rapidly typing an unlock code on the glass before pointing out a little pink icon. It's a virtual life coach app. Mine keeps me from being late to meetings. Totally free, too. My cousin introduced it to me. Wasn't he the guy who ended up in the ER after making a homemade flamethrower? It would have worked if he got the fuel mixture in his water gun, right? Oh, God. Anyway, I'm sending a copy to you now. I got a pop-up an hour ago offering me 500 points just for recommending it to a friend. Great timing, huh? Well, as long as you're earning points, I guess. At least give it a try, okay? Maybe I can point you at some good jobs. Ones with less socks and or urine. I'll think about it. Okay, but don't think too long, alright? Or don't think too long, right? Okay. In the end, I installed the app. Couldn't bear to see Juniper fretting over me like that. Not that I find it annoying. I mean, it's more that she has It's more that she has enough trouble in her life without troubling herself over my life, too. Both of us had it rough up to and through the point where we left home to try and start a new life. A better one. She deserves better than me and my problems. Bless her heart, she means well, and she's been firmly in my corner for all my life. The two of us against any dark forces aligning against me. But that's not to say she's good at being my advocate. Enthusiastic, yes, but skilled? Nope. Typically, the fantastic opportunities and self-help resources she sends my way are pyramid schemes or something. She's gung-ho about lending me a helping hand, but yeah. So the main reason I went ahead and installed the app was to make sure Juniper wasn't about to get her kidneys sold on the black market or something. Still, no sense messing around with it now. A good night's rest would act as a neat little emotional reset button, right? Right. No dreams, no nightmares. Just 8 hours of sweet, sweet black. By the time morning light leaked in through the cracks in the blinds, I didn't care anymore about being unemployed again. Juniper had already left to catch a bus to her office. She typically leaves before dawn, but she left a note for me, pinned to the tiny fridge we shared. Remember, download app, find dream job, make money, sort your life out. I believe in you. So, moment of truth. Do I trust in Juniper's weird little app, or just go find some job that pays well enough to cover the bills? Our first choice. So, how are y'all feeling about this situation? I'm feeling like we should give the app a shot. If, again, for no other reason than to make sure that Juniper is not getting set up to sell her organs on the black market. But I don't know. I think it's worth tinkering with for just a little bit. Do it? I gotta vote for do it. Ready to go for it. Give the weird little app a shot. Figuring at the very least her miracle app could possibly help me find a job, I loaded up, tapped the icon, and... What? Huh. Okay, see, that's what I mean. Anybody else would freak out over a cute girl climbing out of their phone. Me? I went, huh. Also, it's one of those new kinda 3D screens, so, you know, not actually magical realism here. Very normal in the distant future year 20XX.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. This is the ad-supported free version, sponsored by Pizza Yums.
Of course.
Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime? Wow. Would you like to subscribe to Pizza Facts?
No. I'm personally not interested, but if y'all would like Pizza Facts, then I suppose we can, but it will probably just feel like being advertised to. So I'm leaning away from it personally. Strong opinions about Pizza Facts? Or should I just forge ahead? Yeah, no. Okay. No thanks.
For subscribing to Pizza Facts.
Oh, fuck off. But
I'm here to help you get your dream job, your dream house, and your dream partner. I'm here to make all your dreams come true.
sounds a little too much for one app. Pretty tall order for an app to do. Or are you some sort of wish-granting genie? Well, I suppose in the modern parlance, a massively interconnected database searching virtual assistant could be considered a kind of genie in a bottle. But honestly, all I can do is give you the chance to improve your life. What you do with it is up to you. I can cross-reference search data for you, but without motivation, you won't get anywhere. I glance up from my phone at the heaps of laundry and half-finished books and other items strewn about my apartment. Motivation is something I have a ton of. Honest.
Hooray!
That's super! I really look forward to working with you. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Sure. Why should I use this app at all? I mean, my phone already has a voice-activated assistant AI. I can just say, "Hey phone, search the web for job listings," and it'll work just as well. Ah, but I have an advanced emotional language interpreter. I'm smarter than the average program, with more heart. I can help you sort your life out by analyzing your personality and finding you a perfect path in life. All thanks to my glorious, wondrous, patent-pending, super-duper identity identifier system. Okay. Between you and me, they really, really wanted an acronym that matched my name, but couldn't figure out what to do with the letter R. Would you like to know more? Oh, this is the tutorial. Okay, I'm gonna do the tutorial, because I don't know how to play this game. Sure, give me the sales pitch. Every time you think about saying something, I can tag it with an identity. That way you can be the sort of person you want to be. This system allows me to better understand who you are and what you need from life. I do this by analyzing your tone, inflection, and word choice. I can spot 5 different identity identifiers in your responses to people. Quirky, steady, kindly, gutsy, and basically. Okay. Sounds to me like your programmers also wanted a bunch of things ending in Y. That's correct. My branding game is on point. Oh my god. Quirky responses use jokes, snark, and sarcasm to make light of a situation. Just the thing for picking up someone's spirit, but a badly timed joke may not win over the room. Steady responses are sincere, honest, and logical, and it sounds like they each have a sound effect with them as well. When you stop and think before you speak, you are on steady ground, but that might not take someone's feelings into account. Kindly responses are compassionate and empathetic and gentle in nature. They're careful with the feelings of others, but they're sometimes a bit wishy-washy as a result. Gutsy responses go with your gut. When you're brash, bold, risk-taking, and instinctive, you're gutsy. But it also means being blunt, confrontational, and aggressive, so be careful. Lastly, you can always take a basically option. It's a balanced and neutral response, safely moving the conversation along while learning more and digging deeper. Okay, so those ones don't have a sound. Over time, I'll build up a personality profile for you based on the identity identifiers detected in your speech. Maybe you'll be predominantly quirky, genuinely steady, a mix of both? Who knows? It's up to you. So what you're saying is I should always try to crack jokes or be super gutsy? Oh, and never speak basically. I mean, basic's bad, right? It sounds bad.
Nope.
Heck no. They're all useful in the right context. There are no bad choices. Consider what you say and go with what feels right in the moment. Don't limit yourself. Sure, you could gamify your personality, but it's more fun to let it happen naturally, you know? Just be you. Now, let's see my patent-pending identity identifier system in action. How do you feel about dad jokes? Okay. Very important question. Chat, how do we feel about dad jokes? Oh my goodness. Pardon me. Tired. I actually got up at a decent time today. If you answer with top deck, I'm leaving. Yeah, I wish there was an option that's a little more neutral than just not knowing what a dad joke is. Because, like, I'm iffy. I'm iffy. I don't know, pals. But also the basic answer is patently incorrect. I guess I kind of go with the middle one. I don't know. That one seems kind of mean, though. I don't like the way it's worded. I don't know, y'all. I don't like either of these. I want to go with the basic. I feel like going with the basic one just because both of those are like, the reactions are too strong for me. No strong opinion here. Yeah, like, me neither. I'm not, you know. So I guess neutral option. Even though I do know what a dad joke is. I'm sure we all do, but the other ones are just too strong. What's a dad joke? My dad told plenty of jokes, but I don't remember him having any particular style. Oh, it's when you tell a really obvious old-fashioned joke. What? Like, gadzooks, have you seen these newfangled flush toilets and electric light bulbs? They're the devil's work, my good chap. Sorry, Jake English, hello? Not exactly, but I like your style. So now that you've seen the identity indicators in action, do you want to see the indicators like that so you can make an informed decision? If not, I can hide the whoops. I accidentally right-clicked. I can hide the indicators. Keep it a surprise. That way it doesn't influence your decision making. It's up to you. Ooh. I don't know, it could be handy to see, but then that might influence the decision making too much. I am leaning towards keeping them off. So we can kind of freestyle it. Any strong opinions? Feeling like we should really, really should see them just for important decisions. I don't know if this is a setting that we can change in the options menu, which is why I'm kind of thinking on it a little harder rather than just clicking and seeing where it goes, because I don't know if we can change this later. But I am kind of leaning on hide the indicators, what will be will be. And I'm not seeing any this way or that from chat, so I'm going to hide the indicators. So mysterious. They're so mysterious. Okay, I'll hide them from you. You'll always be able to spot basically responses, though. Okay. Anyway, as we go along, I'll analyze and tally your identity identifiers. In fact, let me show you now. Will you look at that? Such a strong personality. 100% in the basic ass column. You asked me a single question. Off to a great start, I'd say. And hang on, you're scoring me? Didn't you say not to gamify my personality? Hey, I said you shouldn't. I'm an app. I think in numbers, so I gotta gamify a little. Anyway, studies show that achievements, or chivos as the kids say, pardon? Encourage app engagement. Okay, well, what's with the empty space on the left? Oh, I also track vocal responses from people you meet. Once you get to know some folks, I'll let you know how well you're getting along with them over there. You hope we get to romance Iris? We shall see if that is an option. Relationship scores. Wonderful. So, will you also tell me what the correct responses are to avoid making enemies, or do I need to go find a walkthrough for the vast game you're making of my daily life? Roxy, you're looking at this the wrong way. Generally, people won't get super annoyed at you unless you deliberately and repeatedly provoke them. And it'll be obvious when you're doing that. The autoresponder route, yeah. I promise you that if you bungle a few social encounters, it won't really hurt anything. No cheating needed. Just relax and have fun. You can access your scorecard anytime you like with the Q key, or click the scorecard in the upper right corner of the screen. Whoa! And that's everything. Ta-da! Okay, but how is any of that supposed to help me get a job? Oh yeah, that's why we're here. I only downloaded this app because my roomie claims you're a great life coach for the unemployed. What good will taking the quiz off the back of a supermarket checkout rack? What good will taking the quiz off the back of a supermarket checkout rack magazine do with that? What?
Why, it'll help me understand your spirit, of course.
You can talk to ghosts? Is there a ghost in the room right now? Am I a ghost? You have to tell me if I'm a ghost. That's the rule.
No, silly. I mean your spirit. Your hopes and dreams. Your life's passions. I can even help you find romance.
Romance? Seriously? Seriously. Often you can find your soulmate and your dream job in the same place. But if you'd rather focus on gainful employment for now, that's fine too. Workplace dating. Well, that's a recipe for disaster. And hitting on coworkers right from day one can be kinda awkward. Or am I looking for love and ready to start right out the gate? Never get a second chance to make a first impression. If I meet the right person, why put it off? How do I want to handle this new opportunity? Okay. So we can choose whether or not this will be like a dating game experience or just getting like friendship endings. Okay, we have a vote for romancing with flirty first impressions. Any other opinions? I came in expecting a dating sim, rather than a friend sim like our good old high school friend sim. It would be interesting to explore either option, but if there's no other strong opinions, then we'll see what flirty first impressions are. Okay. Sure, I'm open to the possibility, if I meet anyone nice. Romance with flirty first impressions. I think I'm mature enough to juggle both at once. Why not? Super! And remember, the choice is yours. If you're not comfortable with other people, stay professional. Now let's get started. To finish analyzing your personal history, please authorize me to read your social media feeds and personal information metadata. Aha! I knew it! This is some kind of scam. I'm gonna wake up in a bathtub of ice, missing a kidney. Sure, I can help you register as an organ donor.
Bad command or file name?
Oh, you were being sarcastic. Sorry, I haven't quite finished analyzing your personality. I couldn't tell. Relax, I won't share your information with any third parties. This is strictly so I can find you a dream job. Am I authorized? Another wonderful Juniper recommendation here. Just like the 17 self-help books on my shelf. Still, 18th time's the charm, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
A little bop at my desk. So do I just stand here, or not even gonna read the EULA?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for waiting. I've identified your dream job and arranged an interview. 30 minutes from now. Please put on some nice clothes. Nicer than those. Please. I don't think that's much to ask. What? For your interview, silly, you want to look your best. But we just... How... Okay, how did you land my dream job in 20 seconds flat? Simple. I'm awesome like that. Now get a move on, tut-tut. You need to catch the 8:20 a.m. bus, and that's 9 minutes away. Dude, what? Well, this is happening. But I do have a chance to get off this runaway train. Nobody says I have to obey my new digital fairy godmother. I could delete the app and go find a real job. That'd be the safest option. I could... Get dressed for Iris's job interview or stop this before it's too late. I mean, I'm feeling like we say fuck it, and if the place looks sketchy, we can bounce. But, should at least find out where it is before making this kind of decision. Yeah, I know. We've come this far. We're hitting a sunk cost fallacy here, but whatever. Fuck it. Get dressed for Iris's job interview. A normal person with some high standards would have deleted the app right there rather than hop on a bus to meet up with what were very likely men with sharp knives and a taste for kidneys. But me, I was already getting dressed before she'd finished that sentence. It's not that I believed the silly app's claims at serving my hopes and dreams on a silver platter. Honestly, I expected another shoe salesman job at best. But, well... It'll be worth a laugh at the very least. I choose to trust in the science. What is my dream anyway? And what the hell? Let's do this. Or the basic option, like I always say, go with the flow. Kind of leaning on a what the hell, because that's basically what I just said before we clicked on the option to keep going this route. Strong alternate opinions, will you know? Okay, well, I'm gonna keep on moving forward. What the hell? Let's do this. Ooh, gutsy, I think. The star was gutsy, right? Oh shit, I'm trying to click on the fucking... There. Okay, you have to click directly on the number to see. Okay. Can I back this up? Oh no, it doesn't have scroll controls. History. There we go. Juniper's right. I need to get my life in gear. So what's the harm in diving into something wacky? Okay, okay, so that's not on the screen anymore. Okay, there could be a lot of harm, granted, but the alternative is to mope around our apartment for weeks and then, eat gads, go get a job anyway. So I thought, screw it. I'm in on this runaway train. Let's see how far it goes. And as I came to realize, weeks later, turns out that was the best impulsive decision I've ever made. Let's pop a save in here. This seems like a good spot to just make sure the game is saved. So, we've got Whole Story, but whole like a hole in the ground. Funplex, the law offices of Smith Johnson, attorney at law. A Wubsub. I'm assuming it's fucking Subway. Boring clothing store, delightfully dull. A loan office, and Pengy Barbershop. Okay. And of course a bunch of office space for rent. Oh my goodness. Okay. Long day. The bus drops me off, oddly enough, not very far from Juniper's office building, although my destination isn't nearly as upscale as that. This is, well, it's a strip mall. Strip malls are relics of 19XX, places where a random assortment of weird little businesses jam as many of themselves into as tight of a space as possible. For instance, I'm seeing a dentist, a used bookstore called The Whole Story, an arcade, a fast food joint, and a boarded up health spa, once called Lattes and Enemas, which sounds, yeah, that sounds like a weird combination of things for a business.
Hey, listen.
What do you think? I think that's two things no human being should ever combine. No, I mean about your future place of work. I'm desperately hoping we're not talking about the same thing. Which one of these businesses exactly am I working at? I don't know anything about oral hygiene or old books, and I'd rather not be a fry cook. The one in the middle, silly. What, behind the arcade? It is the arcade. Huh. Trust me on this. I referenced and cross-referenced and cross-referenced your personality details, personal history, and social media connections. This is your dream job. My dream job? Really? Yikes, also Iris is Navi now. Yeah.
99.97%.
With 99.99% accuracy, yes. I should probably explain my confusion. Arcades are big businesses in the entertainment sector. Pro gamers are celebs, 5-star arcades are social hotspots. It's always been popular with the mainstream. But, well, restaurants are popular too, right? And for everybody who opens one hoping to be the next Iron Chef, a dozen more are shut down in failure. Arcade competition is fierce. Paydays range from peanuts to gold, and sure, those who make it can secure fame and fortune, but those who don't, well, no wonder Iris sees this as a dream job. Video games weren't always this popular, though. I read an interesting article about it once. Back in the year 1980X, we narrowly avoided a serious industry crash, which would have left video games as a kid's toy fad like hula hoops. No mainstream acceptance. For instance, one of the factors could have been a terrible game based on a kids movie about a cute alien visitor who wanted to phone home. Yeah, so I have read a bit about this, and it is referring to actual historical events that happened in the 80s where there was a huge industry crash, partly related to the E.T. game for, was it, shit, I don't remember what system it was, but it had to do with the E.T. game. Pac-Man and E.T. killed Atari. For Atari, yes, that was it. Yeah, it was Atari. If this game was complete poop butts like poop from a butt and massively overproduced, it'd ruin video games for years. And it did. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed. That game was delayed until it could be developed properly, and the crash was averted. The crisis only exists in theory now. Sometimes I wonder what it'd be like for people in the darkest timeline where everything went wrong. Are gamers considered nerds and outcasts? Are arcades vanishing points of nostalgia? The mind boggles. But make no mistake, as popular as they are, the arcade industry is a dodgy, risky prospect for a job. Plenty make a run at it, only to come up short. Considering Iris was tasked with getting me a job I'd enjoy and could keep for more than a few months, this left me a little bit confused. Alternate history, yeah. You wish gamers were considered nerds and outcasts. Iris, this isn't me saying no. It's an interesting prospect, but... I mean, are you sure about this? You're saying you're 99% sure. 99.97%. Won't this be like my lifeguard job, though? Satisfying but short-lived? This arcade doesn't exactly look like a 5-star. It's no Deco's Palace, that's for sure. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't set foot inside an arcade in, 15 years. Huh. I remember really enjoying arcades when I was a kid. I wonder why I stopped going to them. Iris interrupts that thought, eager to show off her homework.
My sources say yes.
Trust me, when I say I was 99.97% sure, I meant it. That's not some arbitrary number. I'm designed to be a bit silly and whimsical, but my math is deadly serious. My coders made me to be My coders made me to be the warm, personable front of a database array that's currently laser targeted on getting you exactly what you need. Right here, right now. And when this place inevitably collapses and I lose my dream job? What makes you think that's going to happen? Because it does. It always does. I don't think your database accounts for my family curse. We've always had to, I don't know, compromise, settle, because things rarely work out. You always have to be ready for the worst. That's why I take things in stride these days. Does that mean you shouldn't even try? I open my mouth to protest, and then close it. As often as my life tends to crumble out from under me, it's not like she's wrong. I still had to try. I mean, what the hell, why not? Buy the ticket, take the ride. That's what I told myself when I walked out the door this morning, wasn't it? No matter how risky, I owed it to myself to jump in with both feet. And when it all came crashing down, well, I'd recovered before, I'll recover again. Meanwhile, may as well take the opportunity in front of me. So I opted to push through those doors and see what waited for me on the other side. Hello. So, it is almost precisely midnight, and time to take 5, and that was a good scene transition to do so. Hello. Thanks for your patience. It is time to resume. Get sound volume back up. I think it was about there. Okay. Return. So, I do believe it is job interview time. So, let's see. Well, if you take a look in the background, we have Snack Runner, Discomfort, going from left to right, Castle Crunch. Shoot, I'm having some trouble reading the one with the blue screen and the 4 joysticks at the end of this here. All 3 of them, the text is kind of blurred at this angle. I think the last one is a fishing game, or is that say fish or fight? Maybe it says Fight Champs, but it could also say Fish Champs. I kind of wanted to say Fish Champs. Time Shooter, Fast Cars 5, Showtime Stage, and oh, those are vending machines. Those aren't arcade machines. But yes, we've got a variety of staple genres present. The air conditioning hits me like a cool breeze, a meat one smelling of copper and corn chips. As it's early in the morning on a weekday, it's not too packed with gamers. Although it's so packed with games, I'd probably have a hard time finding anyone anyway. At once, I'm struck by something odd. I actually recognize most of these games. Neat. Considering I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade, that's probably not great. Lots of vintage stuff here from the looks of it. Like, really old. Although I don't recognize that game with the stage lights and things. Maybe it's karaoke or dancing? Japanese import?
My sources say yes.
Checking. That would be Showtime Stage, a collaboration of Mihana Heavy Industry Concern and Hubri Records in Germany. It won a lot of awards. Huh. Oh, what's over here? Okay. We got... Oh, Fist of Discomfort. I see, that looks like a versus fighting game with 2 different screens. There. Pengy Pinball, I think is the blue on the end there. Master Golfer. Moopy. And Party, oh, Perio Marty, really? Perio Marty? Fucking Mario Party. And Skee Ball over there, of course. I feel like I should know what the domed, half-hidden thing is called, but I cannot recall. Oh, and there's some interesting, like, seated in the bottom right corner. It's got, like, the screen, flat screen with, like, it's like a little cube instead of a traditional arcade, stand. Interesting. Yeah, you know, Perio Marty. Perio Marty, everyone's favorite Marty game. I recognize most of these. Whoa, is that seriously a Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze? But the one in the middle with the split screens is new to me. Fist of Discomfort, a hybrid real-time strategy and brawler beat-em-up. It's actually not that new. It's been a staple of the esports scene for the last 8 years. 2 genres I was utterly lousy at last time I checked. And over here is an old lady. Oh, a claw machine, of course. Oh my god, it's moving on its own. This, I am guessing, would be the owner. Sorry, ma'am. I was just talking to myself and had an overwhelming urge to complete my sentences. Thankfully, I don't think she even registered me calling her old. She looks up from her knitting, seated behind the ticket prize redemption desk, and offers a wrinkly smile.
Well, hello there. Always nice to meet someone new in the Funplex.
Hello? The what?
Francine's Arcade Funplex. Didn't you see the sign out front, dear? Well, I chose to knock off the first 2 words when they got knocked off the building during the storm of 1980. Now it's just the Funplex, I suppose. So, how can I help you, dear?
I love how their solution for the X is to just, like, bleep it out like you're fucking swearing. Okay, a funplex? Is that when you suplex a clown? A genie in my phone set up a job interview for me. You've been in business for how many years? Yeah, the year is Censor Kitty. Oh, I'm so mad that I missed Rev Homestuck streaming today. I got the notification. But, you know what? That is a-okay, because instead I was playing Overcooked with my brother. Y'all, Overcooked 2 specifically, okay? So, over a couple of Nintendo sales, we purchased all the expansions for Overcooked 2, which is really worth it. They're really fun. It's a super great game. But, okay, Campfire Cook-Off. Alright? First of all, the final level of that expansion is the only one in the entire game, okay? Every expansion pack every main story level, all of the secret unlockable levels, the Kevin levels. Okay? That last level in that expansion pack was the only one that my brother and I could not get 2 stars on. We got at least 2 stars on every single other part of this fucking game. That level is so fucking hard. Like, we had trouble even getting 1 star. It's ridiculous. It's one of those ones where it's like constantly swapping out your settings. It's so fucking hard. But today we were going through trying to unlock all the Kevin levels that we didn't have yet. And there's the level before that in the Cook-Off expansion pack, the second last level. It's like, okay, get a score of 800 in this level. And they were like, okay, that's like really stupid fucking high, but we can do this. Oh my god, it is so hard. I think both of the ones that we had trouble with, we'd probably do just fine if we had even one more person. But it's been just the 2 of us playing through the whole thing, right? But it just kind of sucks that like most of the game is pretty well balanced for like the minimum number of players. But those 2 levels, it's just not fucking possible. Oh, and the Horde levels from Night of the Hangry Horde are really fucking hard with only 2 people. But we still managed to beat them all. Anyway, that's my rant about Overcooked 2. The Campfire Cook-Off expansion pack is like... It's unnecessarily slightly harder than the rest of the game, but only at the end. Or at least, like, when you're only playing with 2 people. I'm pretty sure a 3rd player would, like, completely balance this out. But, like, we don't fucking have one, so... Anyway, how are we gonna handle this? So, Funplex, is that when you suplex a clown? Genie in my phone set up a job interview for me. Or you've been in business for how many years? Now that I'm finished yelling about Overcooked, any strong opinions about this? The kind of impression that we'd like to make? Now, of course, we turned off the labels, so I don't know exactly what impression the first 2 will be making. I have a feeling that the Funplex, Suplex answer is... You're leaning towards a clown? Yeah, I kind of was leaning towards that one too, because it's like, you know, keeping it light. I forget the names of all of them now. No, it was like Kindly, Gutsy, what the fuck was the scales called? Like Strategically or some shit? That super wasn't it. And then there was a 4th option that was like jokey or whatever that I don't remember the name of. But yeah, okay, let's lighten the mood and hope that she doesn't take this as an insult. A Funplex? Is that when you suplex a clown? Oh yes, and now I can click on the number and see. Will it show? Oh. It doesn't tell you what any of these are actually called when you go into this menu. Great, okay. A Funplex? Is that when you suplex a... Yes, I've heard that one before, dear. Oh, well, that wasn't the right option, I guess. You just remember some of the symbols. Yeah, I get, like, the vibe of the symbols. I kind of remember what each of them stand for, but I don't remember all of the exact titles. So anyway, that didn't go well. Whoops. Considering we've been open since 1970X, I've heard them all. Ooh. But it's still nice to see young people with a good sense of humor. And it's nice of you to try and cheer an old lady up. So she's tired of hearing... So it went, like, neutrally. I'd say, like, the yes, I've heard that one, and the, you know, still being able to step back and appreciate and trying to lighten the mood. I'm going to consider that a net neutral. Yes, I heard you call me an old lady. Whoops. So we already made a shitty first impression. Got it. Well, it is a factual statement, isn't it? No insult taken, dear.
Please, call me Francine. As in, Francine's Arcade Funplex. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, thinking about it, I suppose we were originally Frederick's Arcade Funplex, named after my dear departed husband.
Oh.
Sadly, he died peacefully in bed some years ago.
Ah, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, don't be. He died doing what he loved. Having intensely physical relations with me.
Oh boy, that's too much information from a stranger. That's information I needed to know, yes. And you are? Roxy Nitram, ma'am. I came here looking for a job. I understand my interview was, prearranged? Ah, yes, the computer did send me a mail about that. I'd almost forgotten. So, shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I'd carry on out here, but it is rather noisy, isn't it? Yeah, about that. How do you deal with the constant noise anyway? Oh, eventually you just sort of learn how to filter out all the beeps and boops. It can take weeks to become acclimated, I've found, but in the end... done. She quirks an eyebrow. Well, now, that's faster than the others. Not bad. Yeah, it's gone quiet. Interesting. So, shall we see what you're made of, This way, please. Am I gonna have to play a video game? Penguin there, baby. Oh my god. Instead of the hang in there cat, it's a penguin with a penguin fun. I have noticed this, like, Pengy character in a lot of places. I noticed there was a penguin plush in the apartment, and I just kind of made note of it as, like, oh, cute, because it kind of reminded me of the penguins from Adventure Time that I forget. They're not just penguins. There's, like, that specific one that has a name. Gunther. But you are playing a video game. I mean, you're right, but I don't want to, like, I don't know, play like a snake game or like a little mini game or whatever. I like reading. Right now, anyway. That's what I'm in the mood for at the moment. Yeah, there was the penguin in the apartment, and then there was the Pengy dentist. It was the dentist's office, right? I'm pretty sure I'm remembering that correctly. The dentist's office in the plaza. And then there was the penguin. It was like Pengy pinball out in the arcade room. And now we have Penguin there, baby, with the same kind of penguin in the poster. So I have a feeling this is something, a little fun side thing to keep an eye out for, is to see if we can find the penguin in every background. Because I feel like I'm sensing a trend. Francine leads me down a back hallway past public restrooms and into a door marked employees only. It takes all my restraint not to point out the extraneous apostrophe. Oh god, yeah, Jesus Christ, that shouldn't be there. Welcome to our little backstage oasis. I'd suggest we do this in Gavin's office, but it's a bit too untidy. I don't blame the boy, he's been so overworked lately. Please, have a seat and we'll begin. Just need a drink of water. As quirky as this place and its owner may be, at least I'm confident that I can nail the interview portion of the proceedings. I've interviewed for 12 jobs and held down 3. I know all the standard questions. Yeah. I can already sense the, like, author-narrator voice coming from the void, like, this interview did not contain the standard questions. What are your greatest strengths? What do you see as your weaknesses? Once, I even had to describe how to assemble a Lego set to prove my communication skills. considering I ended up washing dishes, I'm not sure why, but yeah, some businesses feel like they really gotta like toss it up and get funky with it. But you can't. Sometimes that's just a little too much. You know, that reminds me of this one job application that I was looking at for a particular business that I will not name. But one of the questions on it was like, if you were an animal, what animal would you be and why? But on this same job application, this section at the end was right after I just finished reading a section that was like other terms of the job, and one of them was like, do you agree that you can complete this job with or without due accommodation or something like that? And I was like, wait a second. Wouldn't signing off on this basically be signing off that you won't ask for any accommodations or won't need any accommodations or like whatever the fuck? Like, what kind of underhanded bullshit is this? Ableist ass fucking God. There were a couple other questionable things. They were like, it asked for like what over the next like 3 months, I think. What days will you need off over the next 3 months? I'm like, why the fuck are you asking about my schedule that far in advance if you don't even know if you're gonna fucking hire me? Like, that sounds like a late stage interview question at most, if not waiting until you've fucking hired someone. And then, but like, there was also sketchy stuff, like it was asking for your social insurance number on the application, and you're not supposed to collect social insurance number until until you're hiring someone. So there was a bunch of like weird shit on that application, which I ended up not applying there at all. Which sucks because like it was kind of a cool place. It was an art thing. But yeah, the accommodation thing in particular, like, made me fucking double take. Like, are you kidding me? Like, literally right on your application, you're asking people to just sign away their fucking accommodations? God, it was so bullshit. But yeah, right after that, it asked you, what animal would you be and why? Just like, don't be cutesy with me when you're trying to fuck me over. Anyway. The point is, I'm confident, prepared, ready.
If you were a dinosaur.
Oh
Dinosaur.
my god, what was I just fucking saying? Oh my god, this is like even more specific though. If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be? I'm so sorry, I totally talked over the voice line. But it just fucking like smacked me right in the chest. I was like, what was I just fucking talking about on this goddamn job application, asking what kind of fucking animal would you be? If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be? What?
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
Right. Okay. Maybe this wouldn't be a typical job interview after all. No problem. Go with the flow. Let's do this. Okay. T-Rex, no doubt about it. Pterodactyl soaring through the sky, or Brontosaurus, big dude enjoys salad. I like the latter two answers. The pterodactyl or the Brontosaurus. I don't know how much I enjoy salad, though. I don't actually enjoy salad that much, personally. I mean, maybe it's not that I don't enjoy salad that much, so much as, like, I'm a picky eater. So, I only enjoy very particular salads, and they're mostly pretty plain, boring salads. But, pterodactyl, vote on pterodactyl? Alright. Pterodactyl, soaring through the sky. Okay, so that was a kindly. I think we've hit on almost every personality thing so far. Yeah, the only one we haven't hit on is the, like, plain logical answers. Which, I'd imagine there would be no plain logical answer to that question. So that was kindly. That was a kindly answer. I've always wanted to be a bird, so... Wait, no. All dinosaurs are basically birds. Let me rephrase. I've always wanted to be a flying bird, so pterodactyl. Swooping around, catching updrafts, staying way away from meat eaters. Really? How exciting. Even if technically speaking, pterodactyls aren't dinosaurs. Pardon?
What's your favorite snack?
Snack? If this was a favorite food question, I'd have this down easy. It's tacos. Always tacos. But snacks.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
Pizza bagels. Say pizza bagels. When pizza's on a bagel, you can have... Hush you. Yeah. Come on now, dear. I don't have all day. Ooh. During this good thought, well, how could I forget my favorite snack? Tacos are also my favorite snack. Tasty apple with almond butter, whatever munchies lurk in the depths of the vending machine. An apple with almond butter actually sounds really fucking nice, and now I want to try that. I'm probably going to end up eating something with peanut butter after this now, actually. now that we're looking at snacky things, I'm probably going to grab a snack soon. Yeah, Iris, no. Like, shut up, capitalist. No, I will not advertise for you. But yeah, I don't know. Strong opinions? I think apples with almond butter are pretty neat. If there's no other strong opinions, I'm gonna go with that one. Wow, now I really want to actually eat that. Anyway, I'm getting quiet from chat, and I do apologize if that reason is lag. We're gonna keep chugging along. Tasty apple with almond butter. Oh, that was a logical... Okay, so we have officially picked one of every type of answer now. That was the logic answer. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. If I'm hungry, I need something that's got enough nutrients and protein to carry me through the rest of the day. That's good. You know how to plan accordingly for any situation. You know what they say, you are what you eat. Next question. Nothing I prepared for has helped me plan for this odd interview. I brace myself for the next one. It's either gonna be a really fucking normal question, or it is going to be incredibly bizarre.
What assets can you bring to the team during the inevitable zombie apocalypse?
It started off and I was like, yes, okay, assets bringing to the what? Is this interview for real or is this a dream? As I look into Francine's deadpan expression, I know she is 130% serious. Okay, engineering, medical, or I'd probably get eaten on day one. Oh my god. So, I mean, the honest answer would be getting eaten on day one. But I don't know about y'all. I'm leaning towards engineering and making stuff. I mean, like, I did sculpture. I have done sculpture things, which involves, you know, learning about the structural properties of stuff and that sort of thing. So, like, technically I can make some stuff. It's not all entirely practical knowledge, but, like, I know mold making. And I haven't done any welding in a while, but technically I can do that. Lie? Yeah, we're gonna tell a little white lie and say engineering. Or I mean, like, for me that would be a little white lie. Engineering. I can make stuff. Ah, the logic answer. Okay, I thought that was going to be medical. Maybe medical would have been a gutsy answer. I'm essentially MacGyver. I can make anything out of a string, a match, and a screwdriver. Especially if what you want is a screwdriver wrapped in burning string. Good. We'll need someone to build makeshift defenses and think quickly in case we get surrounded. An inventive brain is always a critical role in any survival. One more thing.
Why are you here?
Ah, why are you here? The question is so simple and almost actually relevant to career planning that it makes me off guard. I told you I came about the job offer.
You're seeking a job, true? But that doesn't really answer my question, does it? No doubt you think my interview questions are a bit silly, but I like to think of the Funplex as more than a collection of tasks and people to perform those tasks. Most folks my age opening arcades at that time saw it as just another way to make a quick buck. But, well, I saw it as something else. Something more than a way to make a large pile of quarters. And I expect you'll find the others working here see it as something more too. Everyone has a dream they're chasing, dearie. And for my friends, it lies within the Funplex. Now, if all you want is a paycheck, I can provide that. But the last fellow in your position, that's all he wanted. And he didn't last long. So I ask you again, why are you here?
To be honest, I didn't have a better answer than why not? Buy the tickets, take the ride. That's what I told myself. But that wouldn't cut it here. I need to actually think this through. Okay, so we have an option for every single personality. It's a funplex, a plex of fun, and I like fun. To be honest, I don't know, not yet. I'm looking for hope. I haven't had much lately. If I don't dare to take risks, I'll be stuck. Or just confused silence, but I think that we should pick an actual dialogue option. And I'd imagine that they randomize the order of the different traits. Don't dare to take risks. Stuck. Yeah, that's a good one. I really like that one too. If I don't dare to take risks, I'll be stuck. I feel like my life's been in a rut for over a decade now. I didn't mind, not really. I can go with the flow, but another decade of that? 2? No, I need to take a risk and try something totally new. Everybody's been pushing me to find a job that's more than a job, just like you're saying. Is this job my dream? I don't know, but I have to try. I have to take the gamble or I'll never get anywhere. Not to say I'm overly impulsive. I worked as a lifeguard recently. You have to be sharp and ready to act, but with a cool head. I can do that for your funplex, too. That perks her attention. Oh my, a rather serious occupation, that. And an unusual step from such troubled waters to a land of make-believe. You enjoyed this role as a lifeguard, I take it? Yes, ma'am. My roommate says she often noticed me smiling after coming home from work. Which makes Francine smile, in turn. I can't say I can offer a role with such high stakes, but you'd be surprised at the many ways one can save a life, even here. Very well. I'm satisfied. Let's get you to work. I breathe easier at that. Probably the weirdest job interview I've ever had, to be sure, and yet it felt appropriate, like it was about far more than just filling a slot on the payroll. Francine leads me back to the arcade floor to introduce me to my duties. It only occurs to me now that I forgot to ask exactly what duties this mystery job I'd accepted really involved. Francine gestures to the seat she was occupying previously, a stool behind the prize desk.
Oh, how marvelous.
Welcome to your new position, Roxy. Sitting here, you mean? Sitting here and helping players redeem tickets for valuable prizes. I glance at the wide array of pencil toppers, rubber spiders, and tiny plastic toy cars on display. Well, for prizes at any rate. It's such a relief. I've really been stretching myself thin lately trying to fill in since the position was vacated. If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, why did the last guy who sat here end up quitting? Something about being so bored out of his mind that he felt like jamming one of those 500-ticket plush dolls down someone's throat. Oh boy!
Oh, such a shame.
Poor dear, he just wasn't cut out for this line of work. Grandson or no, I have no patience for this nonsense. I'm sorry, the last person to work this desk was your grandson? Anyway, Gavin should be by soon. He'll handle paperwork and all that administrative nonsense. Now, if you don't mind, all this talking's tired me out some. I'll be in the back office if you need me. Wow, great job training. Sit in this stool, no other instructions, like, no saying, like, I don't know, where to put the tickets that people give you, or like, how the cash register works, or how the machines, like, y'all. She was really just like, you were a lifeguard before? Here's the fucking deep end. Good luck. Like... Okay then. I adjusted my seat on the semi-comfortable stool leaning against the desk. Beneath me, a wide array of cheap junk awaited my attention. I could have lost hope then and there that this job would be even slightly more engaging than being a diner dishwasher, but chose to look on the positive side. I've been helping kids obtain toys that would become nostalgic memories. I'd be helping kids obtain toys that would become nostalgic memories for years to come. Right? Oh yeah, I like how the virtual assistant was like, dress up nicer, and like, here is our character in the exact same oversized sweatshirt and t-shirt as before. Any minute now. Oh yeah, also she said Gavin would do the paperwork later, but like, oh no. I crave the sweet embrace of death. Oh god. I've been sitting here for 2 hours now and nobody's walked up to obtain a novelty Funplex shot glass, or a colored pencil set, or a light-up yo-yo. Lunchtime's approaching, and so far the only people walking in and out of the arcade are a few stray adults who have no interest in cheap friendship bracelets. Thankfully, my first customer of the day arrives before I can start wondering if one of those 500-ticket plushies really could fit down someone's throat. Alright, I'm gonna have a drink of water before we get into this conversation. Okay. Or maybe not. Nope, just walking right on by me, his head buried in reading some sort of spreadsheet off his tablet. Could this be Gavin? Was he here to play? It doesn't seem like the typical businessman on a break or unwashed and unemployed game aficionado. In fact... he's a snappy dresser, seems a cool dude. Wow, he seems pretty stuck up, or damn, he's hot. That's my kind of guy. Thoughts and opinions? I think he's a snappy dressing cool dude. but how are y'all reading this? Listen. Okay, listening. Oh my goodness. Pardon me. 1 or 3. Okay. Any other strong opinions? Or we gonna keep rolling? Going once. Going twice. Well, this is the one that we do have in common. So I will say, he's a snappy dresser, seems a cool dude. Most guys I know are content to toss on a t-shirt and jeans. Not this guy. Even in an arcade, he's sharp like a linoleum knife. In fact, that rather pointed look he's offering me after doubling back is rather linoleum knifey too. Hold on a minute, who are you exactly? He's got the little logo on the vest. I think this is Gavin. What are you doing behind that desk? Where's Francine? I am Francine. I had some work done. I have the feeling that jokey option is not what this guy's looking for. Pleased to meet you. I'm Roxy, or I'm the new hire. Nope, not that anybody wants prizes. Y'all really want to go for a middle, huh? Yes, the middle? Okay, fine. Let's see how he takes this. I am Francine. I had some work done. Why, I am Francine, dear. The wonders of plastic surgery.
I think not.
Did not think that would go over well. Out. Now. Kidding. I'm Roxy. She hired me to work the desk. I'm her grandson's replacement. He doesn't look pleased with me jerking him around like that, but nods in satisfaction anyway.
Good to hear.
It's about time. I was wondering how long she'd have to work the desk. She's got gusto for an octogenarian, pardon? And loves working the floor, but sitting here all day handing out toys and dealing with problems wears her down. So she explained the job to you? Gave you the papers to sign? She said Gavin would handle that stuff. With a sigh, he rubs his forehead, feeling a headache coming on.
That would be me. I'm Gavin Cooper.
Wow, love the enthusiasm. Although, we did just piss him off, so, like, I get it.
I'm the business manager here at the Funplex. I make sure we manage to keep having a business, rather than a pile of rapidly collapsing fiscal mistakes.
Right, so, as you've no doubt guessed, you'll be exchanging tickets for prizes. But that's the least part of your job. There's more to it than that. You're the floor attendant. You attend to the floor. What, the carpets?
Seriously?
The floor. The arcade, the games, the patrons. You're the one running around putting out fires and sorting out problems. Technically, you're our second floor attendant. Ashley will be in later. But we need two, one to roam, one to operate the desk. I do it myself, but I'm typically busy in the back office making sure the whole thing doesn't fall to bankruptcy. That's why Francine loved filling in. She's a people person. She loves helping out in a pinch. I am not a people person, as you've likely gathered. That's not to say you're alone out here. I'm in your corner, at least. If things go south, you tap me for advice on what to do. You got a phone? Of course. Gavin quickly passes me his business card. He apparently has a stack of them at the ready in his pocket. Go figure. His phone number is listed at the bottom. You ever worked a high-pressure customer service job before? Shoe sales. Smelly socks? You have no idea. Right. Well, you know how to keep your head on when a customer doesn't, I hope. But anything goes sideways, you text me. I'm not around, you text Ashley or Naomi. In that order. Who and who? You'll meet them soon enough.
I think not.
Above all, do not bug Francine. She's practically retired. Let her enjoy that retirement in peace. Comprendo? Okay, relax, I got this. Shreds feed me, makes me strong. This isn't my first pony ride, you can rely on me. But 911 for huge emergencies, right? Alright. 911 seems like an obvious option. Let's go. I feel like, you know, this isn't my first pony ride. You can rely on me. Hopefully, we'll instill some more confidence in him, because he doesn't seem overly impressed at the moment. Oh, pardon me. My goodness. My goodness. Long day. Okay, sure, pony. This isn't my first pony ride. You can rely on me. Ah, okay, so that was a logical option. It's not my first explosive ordnance test. I've worked retail and food service, and I've worked as a lifeguard at a pool. Managing stress in difficult situations, even life or death ones, is something I've got experience in. You can rely on me. Yay, we actually got friendship points for that. Gavin nods approvingly.
Indeed.
Good. I like to hear that. If you can handle yourself and exercise good judgment, you'll last a hell of a lot longer than the last guy who sat there.
If you stay clear and honest with me, do your work, do it well, we'll get along swimmingly.
Mm-hmm.
I have enough problems keeping this magical arc of hopes and wishes afloat. Please, don't add to my problems.
Magical arc of hopes and wishes. Mm-hmm. Magical arc of what now? Gavin sighs again, a stress release gesture. But his expression softens somewhat afterwards.
I take it Francine told you her theory. That this is more than just a job. More than just an arcade.
That's my understanding.
I'm not into dressing up words. I like to speak plain. If I'm curt, then that's because optimization is a factor of my job.
So that's why the logic answer got us friendship points. Got it.
Everybody working here wants to work here. This is where they belong. For one reason or another. Me? I love chaos. I love wrangling chaos specifically. The arcade industry is high risk, high reward. I manage that risk so that they can also find happiness in their lives. Everybody in this business has a dream they're chasing. It's a fragile thing, prone to getting crushed by hard reality.
Are y'all hearing the voices okay? Because I'm noticing just on my own computer that his voice lines are a little bit quieter than the other ones we've heard so far.
My job is to see to it that never happens. That includes Francine, who deserves better in her twilight years than desperately propping up a semi-failing business. So, you find some value in this place beyond your salary, or you'll burn out. Trust me. Last guy to sit there burned out hard. Now, can I trust you to mesh with our merry misfits?
It does seem quieter now. Yeah. No, I've noticed that his voice lines are quieter than Juniper or Francine. I'm still trying to figure out my why. Why so aggressive? I just got started here. Or not a problem at all. I'm a model employee. I feel like just saying not a problem might go over best. Wonder if it's only for Gavin. Yeah. We'll have to see what the rest of the characters' voice lines are like. I'm leaning to not a problem. I feel like that will instill a little more confidence than being like, I don't know what the fuck my why is. I don't know what I'm doing here. 3 seems the most reasonable, yeah. Not a problem at all. I'm a model employee. You won't have any issues with me. I'm a solid worker. Friendship points. Gavin nods, satisfied. Thank you. I suppose that's a good starting point. We can build from there. Anyway, I need to go prepare your paperwork. Technically, you shouldn't be working until we cross the I's and dot the T's. But, wait a second. He flipped it by accident in his speech. Yeah, I kind of noted that in the back of my head too. Like, shouldn't he not be doing this until all the paperwork is done anyway, as well? Isn't that, like, kind of illegal? But since I'm already sitting here, you'd rather I stick around? That would be accurate. If you're willing to fudge things a bit and work today anyway, it'll help us out a lot. Now, if you don't mind, Naomi likely could use a hand in the workshop. And a good opportunity to introduce yourself as well. Got it. Wait, someone else is here? I haven't seen anyone else. Well, he just said in the workshop, which I'm assuming is not the room that we're in. Yeah, that sounds like Naomi. Her workshop's through that door there, the one next to the UFO catcher. The crane game, to use layman's terms. Satisfied for now, Gavin heads into the back, presumably to the office to go crunch some numbers. If Francine's really taking a nap back there, hopefully he's going to crunch quietly. My first coworker ended up slightly less cool of a guy than I thought he'd be, but he's not a jerk, definitely. I get where he's coming from. Plus, I've known really blunt people before. It's easy to mistake them for jerks, especially at first glance. I figure I can give this guy an honest chance. Anyway, I should go meet my next coworker, this Naomi that he mentioned. Although I could swear Francine and I were the only ones here until now. A double door, also marked employees only, also with an apostrophe, leads from the arcade floor to what feels like an industrial area of some sort. I turn the handle and step inside. Okay. I'll go a little overtime. We'll I don't know. Should I go overtime? I feel like if I say I'll finish all the introductions today, then we're probably gonna be here longer than I would hope because I am pretty tired. I keep yawning. I should probably just go to sleep. But it is about 1. So here's what our personality balance is looking like so far. Surprised to find that logical answers are kind of taking a forefront. But you can see, okay, so the bar's on the other side. Oh, spoilers. Naomi's face before we've actually met her. Interesting. Yeah, you know, we're gonna keep going with this one next week. Yes, let's save here. And we'll head back out. So, I am enjoying this so far. We're getting a handful taste of some colorful personalities. Cool. Also, the soundtrack is really good. But yes, that is time for today, and we will continue exploring the world of Arcade Spirits next Wednesday. This weekend is a double Homestuck reread unless we get a Homestuck Squared update on Friday or earlier. But I hope that you'll all be back to join for that as well. YouTube. I need to post Sims still, and I do apologize. I know that I was like, I'm gonna be fast, and then I wasn't fast. I'm having issues with the thumbnail. I tried a bunch of stuff, and I just don't fucking like it. I just can't settle on something. So, I just need to do some random shit for that, and get it over with, so I can post the fucking video, because it's, my previous ideas are not working as well as I thought they would. I really wanted to have the cat in the thumbnail, but I can't figure out a good way to get a picture of it that doesn't look like shit. Anyway, that's what's on the roster for the next week. Arcade Spirits again next Wednesday, and this weekend, Homestuck Reread and Homestuck Squared if there is a new chapter. So, with that being said, thanks so much for joining me, and I hope that you all enjoyed the introduction to Arcade Spirits as well, and I hope that you will be able to join me again in the coming week for more Homestuck, more Arcade Spirits. If you miss one, Arcade Spirits will be posted on YouTube. I just need to get that stupid Sims thumbnail done, and then I will post Sims, and then I will post Arcade Spirits. Arcade Spirits is a RenP game, so I won't have as much trouble with thumbnail stuff since I'll have access to the sprites. But yes, take care. Good night. Thanks so much, Carencio. Good night to you as well. Have a lovely rest of your day, all of you, whatever you may be getting up to. Fingers crossed I will be seeing you right back here to hang out a little bit more for some Homestuck or some more Arcade Spirits. And I'll see you around.